Hey, hey, how's it going, everyone out there?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Matt and Joe Show. This is episode 2. We are pre recording on our first night. Hope everybody's doing well out there. The world is kind of a dark place. We hope to.
Make
Um,
it a little less dark.
exactly. There you go. I can't talk sometimes.
Hmm,
I'm glad
It's
I
all
have
good. That's
somebody
why
here
I
who can
am
help me
here.
out. Exactly.
Yeah, so we're coming out the gate pretty hot. We are, just gonna knock out a few episodes, get some topics out there, get a nice little
Exactly.
discussion, dialogue, and conversation. So
Yeah.
bear with
And
us. Hey,
thank you for joining us. If you're joining us on Anchor, thank you very much. We signed up for this service the same night that we're using it, so we have absolutely no idea what's going on with that, but we're hoping
and
to
not
learn.
skipping a beat. Also,
Exactly.
if there's any viewers or listeners from New Zealand, shout out to New Zealand.
Hey,
So
what's going
if you
on,
want
New
to shout
Zealand?
out, you obviously have to reach out.
Yep.
So,
And that will be something we'll set up very, very soon, and we'll keep you guys posted on that. But we will also be creating a YouTube account where we'll be posting our podcasts for your listening and sharing experience. So just if you're watching this on YouTube in the future, be sure to like and leave a comment, subscribe for more content for sure. All
all
right.
right. So to get to the meat and potatoes or the veggies for all you vegetarian vegans out there, to get to the main course of this topic, we are going to be doing a tier list of Disney movies.
Yes.
Keep it a little bit light and sweet.
Exactly. So if you've ever had any experience with the YouTuber Saberspark, a few of the videos that he's done lately, he's kind of an animation focused YouTuber, and what he's been doing, he's used a tier list, a tier maker website. Literally, tiermaker.com is what we're using. Actually, is what we found actually, and we are going to be compiling separately. We're going to do this together, but have our own opinions. Obviously, we're going to be discussing all of these animated Disney movies, Disney and Pixar movies, and compiling them from what we consider the best to the worst. And for your listening convenience, the particular tier list we are going off of is ranked from S being the very top. S is like super cream of the crop, the best of the best Disney movies, down to A, B, C, D, E, and F, which most people probably knows what that means. F is the second to lowest ranked, next to bad garbage.
Steamy hot chaff, that
Yeah.
really dank garbage.
Yeah. Avoid at all costs. And then
And then
at the
the final is the have not seen or do not remember. And
which
unfortunately, a lot more than I'm comfortable with
oh
might
yeah,
actually
yeah.
be down there.
You're not alone in that for sure. Like I'm looking at a few of these that I've had no experience with and would not be able to talk about.
All right. So let's just get right into it. Let's
I
just
agree.
go.
Okay, so the first movie we have is Recess School's Out. And though I've seen the show a few times in my adolescence, I haven't seen the movie. I have absolutely no experience with the movie, so I'm going to place this one into haven't seen, don't remember.
I'll be honest, I remember seeing it as a kid because one of my friends had the VHSs of it. Though I'll be honest, I have not seen it since then. I remember the show vividly because
But
obviously I was watching on Disney Plus, but
yeah. Oh, did I have it on Disney Plus? I haven't actually seen.
oh, absolutely, dude, super hot fire.
Oh,
I
nice.
realized that King Bob is just some schmuck that just watches kids play, which is kind of weird.
King Bob can't quite do that as an adult anymore, though. That would
Oh
be
my god, yeah, that did not age well.
yeah, oof. So
All
we
right.
assume that King Bob is a child, and
No, King Bob's like eighth grade or something. I don't know.
ooh, that's no, that's not better. I don't think that's better.
Oh man, I think we're just gonna. I think we definitely opened a can of worms that some wayward YouTuber is gonna make a list out of a
Oof.
new conspiracy.
New conspiracies, that's right. Okay, well, let's move on before we make this worse. The next one we have on our list is A Bug's Life, which, funny enough, Bug's Life is actually the first Pixar movie I've ever seen in theaters. I remember going to the theaters and seeing it because I remember seeing the movie itself, but the short with the old guy playing chess.
Oh, that steals the show.
Yeah, I remember seeing that one in theaters. But I remember enough about The Bug's Life after rewatching it like 100 times that I'm going to put it in the B category.
Okay, I those are valid points. I want to give it. I truthfully do want to give it a B. However, out of the plethora of movies, I want to say it's a C for me.
That's fair. That's fair.
It's like fantastic voice acting, and overall, it's a pretty good story. It's just, I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm not.
See, the issue with Bug's Life is it came right after Toy Story, so it suffers
Mhm.
from second like the second of anything is always going to be worse than the first one. Nobody knows why. That's just a thing.
Oh, no way, no way, no. I will stop you right there.
Really.
In some cases, not often, but in some cases, there are sequels that or seconds that outshine the first.
Those are exceptions.
Those are obviously exceptions to the rule, but they are out there. They are. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but let's just say there may or may not be some on this list that I'm sneaking a peek of.
I mean, I guess we'll see for sure. So you say you're gonna put that in C though?
Yeah, unfortunately, it's a C for me, man. I appreciate it for what it was and for what it is. It's there's like moments I really liked about it, but overall, like I don't. You're not gonna see me actively pick A Bug's Life
That's fair.
unless it's like compared to like oh, if it's between Ants or Bugs Life over Ants.
Well, thank goodness we don't have to pick that because Ants is not Disney, and we will get to that at another time.
Hmm.
Possibly the next one. Spoiler
Yeah,
alert.
spoiler alert.
Yeah.
All right, so
Alright.
next one up is a Goofy movie.
You want to
Now
take the
for
reins
me,
on this?
for me, Goofy movie that is classic S tier. That is my first S tier of the
Wow.
list. It has to me, it has everything that you want. It's great. Actually, ooh, wow. I think when I'm about to state my reasons, I actually might drop it down to A. But it's great 2D for me, very memorable because I remember watching this in the car with a VHS TV, like those old TVs that would go inside the cars back in the day.
Oh wow, I didn't think they came out with those till after DVD. I guess I'm behind.
Oh, well, no, it was a third-party TV that was put into a. It was rigged. It wasn't one that came with it.
Oh.
Oh yeah, no, this was some sort of special right here. Um,
Gotcha.
and aside from vivid memories of it, it's honestly Eye to Eye is one of those Disney songs that still slaps, and I completely still can jam out to that.
I agree. I definitely agree that Goofy movie has amazing music. Though I'm not gonna lie. I think I used to have a lot more reverence for Goofy movie than I do now, and I guess it's one of those things. Like I'm kind of one of those people, like wrong-minded people,
Hmm.
that really liked it when it was kind of like an underground, like not many people like think about Goofy movie, like that's why I like it. It's kind of like my own, and now that it's become a super popular internet meme basically, and a lot more people are embracing it, it's like,
Oh,
oh,
dude,
it's not
who
cool
doesn't love a good
anymore.
Leaning Tower of Cheesa? Like, let's be real.
That would be me because canned cheese is disgusting.
Oh, absolutely. But that's what makes it great. It's so 90s. It hurts my face.
That's true. That's true. Though I will say, the only reason why I'm putting it at A instead of B, well, one of the main reasons, two main reasons actually, because Goofy is one of my favorite cartoon characters, and I think classic cartoon characters always deserve more love, personally.
Okay.
And the possum is the best character in the
Oh my
movie.
god, the Possum Palace
Yeah,
jokes.
yeah, that was my favorite scene, and it just made the movie for that. So for that reason, those two reasons, Goofy is going in A.
All right, I feel it. Let's
All right.
move on to the next one.
Bolt. This is another one I actually got to see in theaters. Um, I liked it when it came out, and I could recall a couple of scenes, but this is not a movie that stands out to me right now. Like, I couldn't tell. Like, I remember pigeons in New York and the dog's head getting stuck in a grate and the pigeons laughing at him, something like that. I don't 100% remember.
That just sounds like a regular day here.
Oh.
So,
stroll down the sidewalk, dogs getting laughed at by pigeons. You know, regular Tuesday in New York City, eh?
dude, it's crazy because I get waken up in the morning by pigeons pounding feathers outside my window.
Oof.
So, yeah, they make some weird noises.
That
For me, I'm gonna say Bolt is a D movie.
Yeah, I put it in C, but that's like very low C. I forgot to put that out.
Oh, my fault if I cut you off on
Oh no,
that.
no, you're good. You're good.
I'm just going straight to the point on this one. It is a D. I mean, stylistically, I like the art style of it. Like it's
See,
for what it is. For what it is. Obviously, dog movie. Is this technically
it
anthropomorphized or
is
not?
not anthropomorphized because the animals are on four legs, and
Okay.
nobody can understand the animals except for other animals.
See, okay, so you're obviously the guy who has the reins in that department. So I'm glad I asked. Otherwise, I would look like a damn fool, and I would
No
have been
worries.
attacked viciously by people about
I
like
don't
you
think you're gonna get.
stupid idiot.
I don't think you're gonna get attacked viciously over not knowing that anthro is not four-legged animals.
Except for the one person whose Bolt is their favorite movie of all time, and I just shat on it. So,
Well, we're both gonna get attacked for that anyways. It makes no
valid
difference.
point. Go pound sand.
Yeah.
It's a D for me just because although I like the art style of it, the only memorable character, and the worst part is I remember this character. I don't remember his name. Little gerbil in the sphere.
Oh, Rhino. I don't know why I remember the name, but Rhino is the name of
Rhino
this.
was the best character of it,
That's fair.
hands down.
I couldn't pick a best character out of that movie. I don't remember it. It's kind of forgettable, just in general.
Yeah, and you just convinced me to. It's a solid D. It's just D.
Yeah. Yeah.
D for dog. D for done.
D for yeah. Okay, so the next movie is the DuckTales movie. Is DuckTales the movie? I think it actually has a longer name. I actually have the DVD for it. It's a shame that this didn't get a Blu-ray release because this is actually like a beautifully animated movie. So it's technically like Disney Animation technically didn't do it. It was made by like the Disney Toon Studio in Europe,
Okay.
and it was beautifully animated. There was, I don't want to go into spoiler territory because this movie came out in, huh?
Let me just cut you out real quick. I'm gonna put it in the do not have never seen it. So
Okay, that's
good
fair.
good call on the spoiler or the anti-spoiler thing. So
Yeah.
I'll let you continue since mine is very short.
I'm not going to go into it too much, but there is a super annoying character in that movie that keeps me from, and not Webby, though I recognize the faults with Webby as a character in the old DuckTales movie. This is 1987 DuckTales that we're talking about, not 2017. I don't even know if they've come out with a DuckTales movie for the retool.
Honestly, DuckTales, I just remember the intro of the old show, but I wasn't really invested into it, so I'm just kind of indifferent. It's just, just a couple of ducks. So what you gonna do?
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, but yeah, I put it in not. I was gonna put it in A tier. I think I'm gonna drop it to B tier.
Oof.
Yeah.
I hope that was not because of what I said.
Oh no. Just I was just something I'm thinking about.
I got you.
Yeah. All
All
right.
right, coming up next is the Hawaiian Wonder, which has never been used to describe this movie, Lilo and Stitch.
I'm sure people have described it like that.
Oh, they never have.
Mhm.
Lilo and Stitch. Coming out of it right quick. I love the music. Hawaiian Roller Coaster Ride.
Mhm.
It's awesome.
Mhm.
I'm a, I if the score and animation look good, usually that's a sign of a good movie. And I got to give it to Lilo and Stitch. That is a solid A movie.
I can agree to that, though I will caveat with keep in mind that we're talking about Disney movies, and just as a general note, I'm trying to think if I see any exceptions. You're probably not going to find any of these that aren't well animated or at least have a decent score. So that's kind of a low bar, I think, in my personal
Yeah.
opinion.
All right,
Um,
all right.
but yeah, I actually agree. I think Lilo and Stitch definitely deserves an A tier for sure.
Plus, it definitely took a very weird turn when it came out because I remember seeing this in theaters, and this was not like any of the other movies I've seen from Disney. It's not, oh, cute toys come to life when you're not looking, or a nice little colony of ants play with some grasshoppers, or
Oh
Lion
well,
Macbeth. It's like alien monster lands in, I guess, 1950s Hawaii, and is it's like that's such a weird thing, but it works so well, and I appreciate it.
well, I will say that my education is actually in animation. I am actually a student of animation. I was taught under people that have worked on this movie,
Okay.
and I remember in school they've actually shown us production art for Lilo and Stitch. And not to get too far into this, but Stitch as a character, his design took a very long time to develop to get to where it's at now. I'm gonna put my phone on silent. And
Rookie move, bro. What is this, episode 1?
and yeah, Stitch did. He absolutely didn't look like this. When he was first being conceived, he was actually going to be much uglier. That's why I wanted to
Yeah.
comment when you mentioned the not cute. He's actually very cute. Like that's part of his appeal. Like he's one of the very like high cute characters in the Disney library, which is
I got you.
not saying a whole bunch, but Stitch did not look like this. If you want to talk about an ugly character, like go
We'll
back to
definitely
the
have to save
beginning
that
of its
for
development.
we'll have to definitely save that for another topic because I definitely want to get into that.
That's fair. That's fair.
So you're giving
Um,
it an A as well?
yeah, I'm giving it A. That's
Ah,
an A movie.
sweet. All right, let's move on to the next one.
Pinocchio.
Ah, my little wooden boy.
Yeah.
As a wooden boy myself, I gotta give it Pinocchio another solid A. Actually, I would even give it a higher ranking A than Lilo and Stitch.
Well, you heard it here. Joe's a wooden boy. It's canon.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
if there's any doubt about that, like 5 years from now when we have some fans, like, what kind of person is Joe? Is Joe even person? He is a
Oh,
wooden
on
boy.
our wiki is gonna be Joe,
Joe.
actual wooden boy,
Yeah.
actual block of wooden boy. Pinocchio has a special spot to me because this is one of those movies that I grew up watching. I don't want to say religiously, but out of the few uh, movies that my grandmother had that I was allowed to watch,
hmm
Pinocchio was one of them. And just growing up with it, some of the animation, like for example, when Geppetto makes his little feast for Pinocchio's first day of school, that food looked incredible.
It's very true.
It
Yeah.
still looks really good. Like
hmm
some of the details, it's amazing. Plus, I'm a little bit of the old school sort of fella, and the 1940s morality storyline that's brought to through Pinocchio, it
hmm
rings true, and I still like that. And it's unfortunately a message that's been kind of, you know, missed out on. Not to obviously get into that kind of nonsense in this episode, but Pinocchio is definitely one of those underrated ones. Because people think that like the brain jackass scene on Pleasure Island and the Coachman is like the creepiest thing ever.
See,
And truthfully, it is. But at the very same time, it's one of those. I think that's what makes it very memorable. Because like
yeah, exactly. And
a lot of people forget about that movie until they see that part, and you're like, wow, that traumatized me as a kid. Or
it's so sad because I don't get why, and I've had discussions about this with people in the past. Like, that Pleasure Island scene is all that people think about when they think of Pinocchio. And like people like I've legit seen people put Pinocchio on like the worst category movie just
that's
because of that. And I'm like, no, that's Pleasure Island is like 15, 20 minutes tops. If I remember properly, it's not that long. And there's
it's
so
not.
much more content. The characters are so good. Some of the villains on there are like my favorite characters.
Plus, it goes with the topic of the story. It leads you down the path, and obviously, aside from becoming a real boy, the spoiler alert for a movie that came out in 1940 or whenever.
Yeah, just in case you haven't seen it yet, plug your
Uh,
ears.
the main the main topic is let your conscience be your guide and your morality compass. And clearly, spoiler alert, it takes a wrong turn, and he pays the consequences of it. And either sensibilities have definitely decreased now to which it's terrifying, or 1940s just went hard. So
Probably a combination of both. Let's be real.
yeah, that's true. I know
but
my
yeah,
history, so I'm not gonna lie.
that's
The
fair.
40s were a rough time.
Yeah. That'll be a conversation for another video because there's a lot of animation we can get into in 1940. That's pretty
Oh,
much
absolutely.
that's my area, honestly. Like 1940, like Golden Age animation is my favorite era of animation,
All
and
right, I dig it.
Pinocchio is one of the pinnacles of that easy S tier.
Oh,
The
That's S tier for you.
easy S tier.
Wow.
The
Okay.
characters are so good. Like the songs are "When You Wish Upon a Star." Let's be real.
Oh, that's classic. Even though
Exactly.
I think "Give a Little Whistle" is a much better song.
Oh, that
But
song slaps also, obviously.
the
But
the only reason why I would give it S tier, however, I don't want to give out all my S tiers right away. Otherwise, it's going to be just all S tiers and a few random ones. So I got to be a lot
see,
more.
no, I am a lot more discerning with that. But Pinocchio, like you can watch Pinocchio on mute, and it is a absolute. It's a visual feast.
That's true.
And like Disney employed like the best of their technology. They had the best animators. It's so good. It's easy S tier. I could gush on this, but we should probably not take
All
forever.
right, all right. Let's save it for the Pinocchio episode.
Yeah.
All
Alright, so
right.
next movie up is Tangled. And this is, I feel like, I know I've been saying this a lot, and I promise for all of this whole list, there are very few movies that fall into this category. Tangled also saw it in theaters. Liked it a lot when I saw it in theaters. The luster kind of wore off on me after rewatching.
Oh shit.
Um, I feel like it was very subtle, but Disney was definitely trying to get into the DreamWorks esque. Let's see if we can modernize the characters and modernize the scene. And Disney did it a little bit more subtly because it's definitely still falls within time period, but
So then
Disney.
where does it leave you? Like, is it? I'm gonna take an idea, a stab at what your thought process. I feel like you are thinking B.
I That's actually a really good guess. I definitely it's B tier for me. It's still
Oh,
good.
oh my god.
I like it. It's not anything gonna go above a B tier for me, honestly.
Oh man. Let me just adjust my headset. It's about to go down.
Mm,
All right, for me, Tangled is a clear S tier.
really?
Clearly, it is. I'm not gonna lie. First going into it, when I saw it, I thought it was like it looked okay. I thought it was just gonna be your run of the mill popcorn movie. ended up like surpassing my expectations and falling in love with the design and just it visually, like the lantern scene, visually amazing. The song's great, the story great, and I'm not gonna lie, at the time, it's from knowing me, you have to admit, Flynn Rider is a better looking animated version of me.
I can agree to that, actually.
It's so seeing myself literally in the movie is pretty awesome, and just overall, like it's like the right balance of like it doesn't take itself too serious, but at the same time, it's you're right when it's the kind of DreamWorks esque, but I think they made it their own, and they definitely took a an interesting idea because like prior to that, I think what the movie that came up before that was Princess and the Frog, right?
Yeah.
I think.
Hmm.
Yeah. So like when it goes to Disney princess movies, they've definitely been like obviously stretching and changing up the formula and stuff, and even the present day. And I think this is one of those ones that kind of bobbed and weaved and kind of went back to its roots, but then expanded on it and flipped it on its head.
I can see your point. Like they definitely revitalize, and Rapunzel is a legit Disney princess. I have no qualms with her as a character, but I can't give it a. It just felt like diet dollar store DreamWorks, honestly.
Oof.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's fine, man. To each their own.
Yeah, exactly. Like, just keep in mind, everybody, these are just our opinions.
Oh,
We are
absolutely.
not experts. We're not real movie critics. We don't
Anyone's
have,
anyone's a movie critic.
yeah, we don't have Roger Ebert like leaning down, whispering in our ear. This is just
Uh,
our opinions, and I
at the
know
end of the day, anyone's a
opinions.
movie critic. Anyone's a food critic.
Yeah,
Don't take them
exactly.
too seriously. It's all in good fun.
Yeah,
Unless you get paid
exactly.
for it, in which case then you can get mad at them.
I mean, somebody's gonna get mad about it anyways. Opinions are very powerful things, but just keep in mind we're not throwing ill will towards anybody when we talk about these
Like, oh my
movies.
god, I just scrolled down to see how many we have on this list. There is quite a bit on this list.
Oh, there's a lot of them. We may have to speed this up a little bit, but
Absolutely.
yeah.
All right. Well then,
I say we probably just take like max 30 seconds. We're gonna have to be a
all right,
little
bullet
disciplined
point
about
it. Let's
this.
go.
Bullet point.
All right.
Okay. Next, Nightmare Before Christmas. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm sorry, internet. C tier. Saw it in theaters in
Oh
27
my god.
2007. It came out in theaters. It got re-released in 3D. I loved it. I was all about it. Um, it's it's not something that's super rewatchable to me. I can enjoy it on either Halloween or Christmas, and that's it. I cannot enjoy it at any other point in the year.
Bro, I am shocked and appalled
That's fair. See,
by that. I
everyone's entitled to their opinions until it's
you are,
wrong.
you are, but your opinion's wrong. Um, it honestly, it is a solid A tier, absolute A tier.
Hmm.
It combines my two favorite best holidays all the time. Honestly, if it had a little bit of Fourth of July in there, I think that would be the pinnacle of holiday movies of all
That
time.
that should have been a sequel that Disney did. Nightmare Before Christmas 2, 4th of July
It's the music
extravaganza.
is great. I like stop motion. It's like that because stop motion is both creepy and fascinating. Plus, the time and effort put into it is just insane.
Oh
Plus,
yeah. Mm.
Danny Elfman, that music, that score, it's phenomenal. Like nothing else. It's also a very unique movie because, like, for example, if you were to pitch that to me, oh, hey, we're gonna put Halloween, Christmas together in a movie, like before even considering this movie, I think I'd be like, yo, you're freaking nuts. But it works out swimmingly.
I mean, I can't disagree. The story is solid, and I like the music. Danny Elfman did a really good job. It's just I can't enjoy it past those two particular holidays, and that's it.
Well, I mean, what are you watching at Easter? There's no Easter movie.
Exactly. So I'm not watching anything on Easter.
Oof, I guess I walked into that one.